first time here, my name is Andy, and I'm the resale chick. So I thought that I would get on here and make a not terribly long video about something that I am very passionate about when it comes to listing your items on eBay. And I know I've mentioned it in other videos, but I really wanted to have a video that spotlighted this. So recently, a little bit of backstory. Recently, I had a case against me on Poshmark for item not as described, and that it was not authentic. And I'm sorry, I'm on a very, very rough road right now, and I hope that my camera doesn't fall off my dashboard. I'm actually on my way about 45 minutes away to pick up my daughter. She had ankle surgery. She can't drive, and that's where she goes to college. So anyway, if you want to know more about that, I'm going to link my other video in the description box. It is a what sold video, but I do touch on the subject at the end and kind of explain that. That was before I got the resolution of the case. So real quickly, guy bought a suit jacket, said it wasn't authentic. We went back and forth. He opened a case against me, and you have a chance to comment on that. And then they have we went back and forth. And the last message that he sent me, or sent to Poshmark, was, I hope this is the last one of these messages that I have to send. He was a very arrogant asshole. Very arrogant. Bully. He was a bully. Because the way he spoke to me on the messages. And when I put my messages, I did not address him. I said the buyer. Because I was not going to engage him. But by the last one, he had said, I hope this is the last one of these that I have to make. So when I commented, I'm being a smart ass by this point, I said, I hope this is the last one of these comments I have to make. In the end, Poshmark ruled in my favor, and this is why. I had all of the evidence that he was arguing in my description, in my photos, in my listing. My entire listing, I had evidence of everything that he was disputing. So he had no case. So that's my point. My point today is, you want to have a great listing, not just to grab the customer and make them want to stop at your photo, which I have a whole nother video, which I will also link below, and it's just talking about photos. You want details. You want details in your listing. Yes, it takes longer to do, but you know what? In the long run, when you have a case brought against you and you don't have any evidence in your listing, then you're going to wish you would have. It doesn't take much longer. It doesn't take much longer to add details. I use a template. And then just fill in all of the necessary information. I put in my item description, first of all, in the item condition, I will put everything that is wrong with that item, if there's anything wrong with it. Like, okay, some of my old books that I sell, the corners are a little worn, because that's what happens to books when you have them for 40 years. I have some puzzles that the corners are a little, and yeah, it's the box, it's not the puzzle, but that's okay, because people have a preconceived notion of what they're going to receive, and it better match that, or you better have stuff to back it up. If you have corners are worn due to age or due to storage or whatever, then they don't have a case. Yeah. So, if you're selling clothing, make sure you have all the information in that listing. All the measurements, pit to pit, sleeve, length, chest, waist if you want. I don't usually do that. I do pit to pit, and I do the sleeve length, and then I do the length from the top of the collar or the top of the shirt or whatever to the base. My jeans, I do across the waistband, I do the rise, I do the inseam. And then anything special about that item, and that's mostly to grab the buyer, but details. And if you don't want to sit there and write down measurements and put those in your item description, then take a picture of your item with the measuring tape on it, just so you have measurements. See photos for all measurements. Also, if you're selling hard goods, you know, maybe you have a dish or a figurine or something that someone, maybe they think that figurine is 12 inches tall because of the way it looks. If you don't have a measurement in there and it's only 6 inches, that buyer's not going to be happy, and they're going to want to return your item. Whereas if you said it was 12 inches, or if you said it was 6 inches, then yeah, maybe they still want to return it, but you don't have to pay shipping back. Your butt's covered because all of your information was in the listing. If it's made of resin and you don't put that it's made of resin, and they think it's made of porcelain or ceramic, and they get it, they're not going to be happy that it's made of resin and not porcelain or ceramic. I always put, if I have room, I try to put that in the title, resin or porcelain or ceramic or whatever, so that they know right off the bat, because you know half the people don't read. They don't read. So yeah, it might take a few extra minutes to put all the details in there, but it's really important that you do that. I had feedback. It was positive feedback. It was green. It was positive feedback, but it was negative words, and it said not my favorite kind of silk. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Not my favorite type of silk, not my favorite kind of silk. Well, I don't know how to help you there, lady, because it's silk. I don't know what you want me to say. She did not try to return it, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. But you know, you're gonna have crazy ass people like that, and you're gonna have people that are difficult by nature. And if you have all the details in your listing, then there's no dispute. You know, maybe you have someone and you have all the details in your listing, and they send you a message and they're like, hey, this is not as described. I thought this was a cotton shirt, and you in your description have 100% polyester. Your butt's covered. And you can say to that buyer, oh, I'm sorry that you felt that. I'm sorry that you thought that, but it clearly states in the listing that is 100% polyester. It's really hard not to be an asshole to these people, but people are ignorant, and some people are ignorant, some people are shady. They want something for nothing. I have so many people sometimes will say, oh, this is wrong with it. And I'm like, great, but no photos. They just tell me. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, we accept all returns, as long as it's returned in the, you know, in the way that it was shipped. And they say, oh, well, I really like it, but can you give me a partial return? No, we don't do partial returns. We don't. So then I never hear from them again. Sometimes I just say, well, you can return it, and then I never hear from them again, because there's nothing wrong with it. They just want something for nothing. Anyway, that's a whole nother tangent. That's a whole nother video. But I just wanted to come on here since I had the time and I'm driving. I wanted to come on here and talk about that, because I don't know, that's just something that really, really is number one for me. I want my listing to be the best listing, not only because I want to grab the buyer, but also because I want my butt 100% covered. And because I did that, the guy was not able to return the suit jacket, and he was, I'm sure he was pissed, because he wrote in one of the comments that he made on the case, if if you don't rule in my favor, I'm never buying from Poshmark again. They don't care. They don't care. You know how many buyers there are? They don't care. They don't want some bully asshole anyway. So, I'm digressing again. I digress. Everyone, have a great day. Just kind of keep in mind what I said when it comes to your listings, and cover your butt, people. Cover your butt. That way nobody has a case against you. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you later.